Greetings YouTube, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play with me, Vitaly Vapour, inside of Le.Monde.Du.VAPEUR. Now, if you were with me last time, we implemented the slime farm and finally got it up and working, which was quite a monumentous occasion, I would say. Things are really starting to pull together in Le.Monde.Du.VAPEUR, and this slime farm, which as we can see, has already begun working. You can see slimes going down there and being ground away. Now, I have run out of mossy cobblestone and jack-o'-lanterns. I'm going to need, as I mentioned last time, AFK vine farm and redstone pumpkin farm. So those will be the next builds. And ideally at the moment this crane would stop at the walkway I've created. The walkway is at Y43, so it doesn't stop any of the slimes, and it's made of half slabs so no mobs spawn up there. And that enables us to get into the redstone item elevator. Now, I've left it carrying on down just so I can get in and complete the build of those off camera. I say 4 platforms have been built to date. I think there's another 5 or 6 to go to get us up to Y39, which is the maximum height slimes can spawn at. Also, off camera, I've done another quick improvement to the crane build. There was just something about it, guys. When I looked back over the new intro I'd created for episodes 20 onwards, I just felt that without the other wheel, it didn't really have much of a crane look to it. So, off camera, very quickly implemented a wheel that's double the height of the one at the cable end. And that is now the crane build, a little bit further progressed. So, let's get on with what we're going to do today. Now, we mentioned last time we've got our hole dug ready, and that's to take us down to the item elevator. I've finally got around to putting a trapdoor at the top here. I was fed up, guys, of every time I was sleeping in here hearing rain, etc. dripping down, so I've got ahead and put that in. Nice little addition. Here's the wheels. You can see I've used 2 layers of fence and then 1 layer of dark oak planks and stairs to create this, and I've put a torch at the top so at night it's illuminated. And yeah, that just helps, I think, emphasize the fact that this is a crane. So I've also put a couple of bits of rail on top. This works better in other texture packs where the ladders would be the same color, so I may take those off, I'm not sure yet. But let's just go ahead and drop down. Let's see, there's another view of those new crane wheels. Nice and tricky to add those in. Lots of dirt scaffolding. Again, probably not the most exciting of viewing, so I did all that off camera. Let's grab my sword to hand just in case any mobs are spawning inside of here. We've tried to light it up as much as we can. So as you can see, by the time we've completed the slime farm, we will get rid of the crane below here, and we'll just have an additional couple of platforms coming up to here. So if we just pop our heads in here, make sure there's nothing in here. So down the bottom there is the beginning of the item elevator, and if I just work my way down, now obviously TU43 came out this week, which was incredibly exciting. Oh, can you hear those slimes? That's so noisy, so noisy. Okay, I put in this nice steampunk window here just so we can watch them all grinding on in below us. Fantastic. And I've gone ahead and put the first dropper elevator in. This is to overcome the fact that directly below us is the cactus grinder, and unfortunately that's where the chest and center floor of the crane building is above us. You can see the torch right up there, so we had to look at a way of getting rid of that. So if we just come down to this level, so at the moment slimes are coming across to here just like we knew they would, hitting onto these cactuses and then slowly getting mashed up. Oh. They obviously can't get past there. We might just go ahead and close that up for a bit. I've left this open at the moment, so obviously when I'm working on adding in those additional platforms, nothing prevents me from getting out, etc. So let's go ahead and try not to fall off and grab the bits we're going to need today for today's build. So I'm going to need redstone comparators, hoppers, lots of blocks of choice, some grey wool, which I've already got on me, which I need to make into carpets, a couple of rails, lots of redstone torches, and lots of droppers. That should be everything off the top of my head. And I might just grab some cobblestone while I'm here, because then I can block off where I've noted that the slimes have a slim chance of getting through, especially some of the smaller ones. So, as I mentioned, TU34, yeah, see, they're trying to get round. So if we just block them off there, and then we can sort that out at a later date. TU43 came out and brought with it red nether brick, which in the steampunk texture, guys, is black bricks. I think this looks absolutely fantastic for these like engine room type builds. Really adds a really like moody, dark, functional quality to these rooms, because this is a working machine obviously, and that's the look we're going for. So without further ado, this is just a simple item elevator. So we've obviously got the hoppers coming around. I just realised I haven't picked up everything I needed. Just quickly bear with me a sec, guys. The joys of being in survival. Let's make half a stack of grey carpets. So if I'm right, there's the slimes filling up in there. So we're going to put a half slab on this one here just to stop anything dropping in and getting into there. Now, off the back of these droppers, these are all facing upwards. Turn around and face away from the first one and put yourself down a comparator facing outwards. Take out a redstone torch and put that on the back here. Place a comparator facing into this block, and off the back of this one, place a redstone torch. Now, at the back here, what you want to do is take out a couple of, place down a block, go into crouch mode and place a hopper facing into that block. See how it's facing in? That's very important. Break that away and then do a hopper facing straight back. Ooh, go into crouch mode, facing in. So now you can just about see it over there. They're facing into each other, not facing straight down. Go over to those hoppers. Take out a non-stackable item. I'm going to use a stone shovel. Take out your half slabs again, crouch mode, place those two down, seal them off. Now you can see it's already activating because there's items in here, but it hasn't got anywhere to go yet. So I'm going to grab myself out some dirt just to make my build a little bit easier on myself, because I have a very specific aesthetic. As with everything in Le.Monde.Du.VAPEUR, we're not doing anything by halves, guys. We want it to look very steampunk, and that is exactly what we are going to do. So I want to do this design with my blocks, which is going to be a pain because I want the gears facing sideways. And I've obviously got quite a few bits and bobs in the way in this build. Let's get up that and see if we can see over to it. We can. Check us out. Right. And then we should be able to get that one there and then that one there. And then all you want to do, see how that redstone torch is there? You want to put one on the back of each block, alternating like so. Go into crouch mode when you're on the ladder. Stop yourself falling off, hopefully. And this block here is in the way, but that won't be a problem for us in a second. And then we want to just quickly... Ooh, what are we thinking? We wanted that soil block there and that wooden block there. Take that away, and then if you're copying my build exactly, again, I love these birchwood blocks. They're so mechanical looking in this texture pack, especially with the gears on the side. Now again, redstone torch, and then last but not least, guys, go all the way back to the bottom. So you can stay in crouch mode, and then on the side of each of these ones, you need to go ahead and fight your way up, because it doesn't want to let us go into crouch mode. Okay, that means it's working. But what we want to do for a minute, just to stop that annoying tick, is if we just remove that and then go round, and hopefully they should all be making their way up to there. Perfect. Now I can't pick anything else up for a minute, so what I am going to do is I'm going to start building the next line of hoppers to activate the next item elevator. So we're in crouch mode. Oh, I can see why that one's not moving. We've gone around this room secretly lit with carpets, and underneath those carpets are a series of jack-o'-lanterns. That's the word we're after. Sorry guys. And if I just very quickly wrong thing, guys. Right, that's why it wouldn't let us place that. Bung that jack-o'-lantern there. Right, then we want to go to there, to there, to there, to there, and then I think off of this one we're going to go towards a couple of blocks here. So again, get your dirt out, your Minecrafter scaffold block of choice probably. Swap out for a hopper. Hopper going into that block there, and then if we can, no, we're not going to be able to reach there, are we? We probably should have placed our hopper going this way first. Yep. There we go. So that's now hoppers that run round corners. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go into crouch mode, make sure that one faces down, and then line of hoppers all connected in. Perfect. Now, I cannot wait to fix that part, because that is a nightmare, that is. And oh dear. Yes, we definitely need to fix that part, don't we? Because we're blocked in at the minute. Let's just think, what can we live without for a sec? Sorry guys, we're going to get ourselves out of this predicament any second. Perfect. And then, right. We've got too much in our inventory. Always the way when you're trying to do survival based builds, I would say. So let's ditch the grey wall for the minute. And let's ditch, don't need a spare sword, don't need a bow and arrow, hopefully. So, and don't need that jack-o'-lantern either. Let's pick up those slime balls before they despawn, and hopefully everything's stacking up into this one, because we've prevented anything carrying on any further. Now, if you remember, we made some grey carpets earlier, and there was a reason for this. And it was to make it look like the machine below. Now, grey carpet will not stop the signal getting through. As far as I'm aware, carpets do not interrupt redstone signals. So, and we can also block this off now. We don't need to be falling down there. So hopefully we've just got, see, you can stand on top of that carpet on that torch. Very useful. So, I think now guys, I may cut ahead in this video because I'm going to take this tower all the way up to there. So, join me in a second. Okay guys, we've now connected the dropper tower all the way up to the underside of our base of the crane build. Now I'm in crouch mode so I can't fall, so you can see that line of torches and droppers comes all the way up. So we can go ahead and put a block there to stop anything falling down here. If you look at the top of this torch and place down a grey carpet, that now makes that safe to stand on, so we're not going to fall there. And again, this corner here can have a block filled in without interfering anything. Now if I just quickly run round, skillfully done there, nice U-bend turn, and if I come inside you can see that the bottom dropper fires into this large chest which is currently empty. I'm going to quickly just look for a floor plank to fill in that spare bit of floor. There's probably going to be one in here. That looks like one to me. Obviously we don't want to leave a hole in the floor. Now if I'm right, that block there powers that, which then means that all of it will be able to join in. So let's just check we've got everything when we get to the top here. And we're going to head down and finish off the last part of the farm. Shut the door behind us. Just check we've got what I wanted to bring down with me. Yep, perfect. So let's just run over to here. Getting quite conscious for time now guys, but hopefully we'll be down the bottom soon. Get this connected up and then I'll probably do an edit ahead to me being back at the top to show that this is working. So if we just drop down onto here. The main thing I was going to say is, as a safety feature, I put an iron railing there. It doesn't interfere with the dropper tower and it prevents you falling down there, because you don't want to fall down there. That is a long enough drop to be the end of you. So let's just take ourselves all the way down here, past our wall light there, back into the horrible noisy bit, and we can now start clearing away all of this dirt. Careful not to knock any torches off as you do this guys. Try and like aim. See how I'm aiming for the corners of the dirt? That's to make sure that there's nothing behind it when I break that dirt away. As you probably saw, I started off in that video cutaway segment just jumping up with the droppers, but then I promptly realised that I could also take the torches up with me as well. So let me just, so at the minute if I just take that one off and put that one on, that should be my torch tower ready to go. So at the minute, we've probably got everything filtering through. Would appear so. Oh, no, hang on. Something's gone amiss here. There we go. So that's now firing off. Perfect. So as we can see, those are all making their way round. We know these here are working because they're flashing and that there's nothing building up inside them. Now I honestly thought I could place that there and there'd be no penalty, but that appears to be blocking the redstone signal. Or is it just working extremely quickly? Slowly even. That appears to still be going. Okay, well, only one way to test this. So, again, let's finish this off. So, comparator facing there, comparator facing that way. Redstone torch off into the back there. Place yourself down. Get rid of that carpet for a second. Place yourself down a block there. Temporary block. There would be preferable though. Make sure there's nothing inside that hopper, guys, before this. There we go. As again, they should be facing each other. Take out your shovel. Now that's only ticking because that's not there. Now it should be a silent elevator. Now we just want to quickly blitz round, cap off any of these. We just want to make sure nothing's going into those at all. Just see how these are getting along here. We don't appear to be getting much come through at the minute. For some reason we have a redstone torch down there at the front. That's worrying. Now this one's counting down. The only thing I can conclude is that that does block the signal, and I didn't think it would. But that's definitely what's happened there. Okay, so we may have some problems elsewhere then. Let's see what an iron bar here will do as well. We're going to get the same problem. Difficult to say at the minute as to whether or not we're getting a delay, because it seems to run slowly any old way, doesn't it, at the minute? Seem to be getting quite a bit of lag there. Whereas this one, again, doesn't appear to be firing off. Looks as if we've got a bit of a problem here, guys, so I may cut away in this video and come back to you and see if I can work out what's gone wrong. Okay guys, I found the culprit. The main problem was at the bottom of the slime farm we had too much slime going through at one time, so the hopper clock wasn't working. My recommendation to anyone else building an item farm in survival would be to cap off whatever is feeding into the item elevator until all of the redstone is complete. That wasn't something I had appreciated until I started, so I had all these slime balls flooding in whilst I was building the system. So I had some droppers with 64 slime balls in, some with 10, some with 5 and some with 1, so the hopper clock was completely out of sync, meaning that items were moving up the elevator sporadically. The other problem was I've left off one torch. Can you believe it, guys? All the way to the top, and I've left off a torch. So I currently have this happening. So let us just fix this very quickly. Again, we have items bunged up in the system. So I need to empty these out of my inventory quick smart and get back down there. Put that torch on and clear the system. Now that should be working. So I thought for a second, oh, that was close. Oh, did they go? No, they fell off the edge. Oh no. Oh, that was silly. Okay, we can fix that. Hopefully, when we go in here, I can't believe I just dropped all those grey carpets. Hopefully, yes! See that? See it counting up? That is our item elevator in full working order. That must have been a bit painful for anyone with a fantastic working knowledge of redstone watching. I'd say I have a good working knowledge, but obviously when you watch a lot of redstone tutorials or do your own redstone builds, you tend to start them out in creative, and the great thing about creative is you have full control over the world. Not so much in survival Minecraft, and unfortunately, as we just saw there, I had a very slight issue with the slimes backing up in the farm because I hadn't remembered to cap off the farm. So if you're looking to build this in a gold farm, mob grinder, this item elevator is absolutely fantastic. I mean, there are numerous tutorials out there. You can't really credit any one builder, I think, with this item elevator. It's been around for a number of years. This isn't my own design. I think I saw the basic principles in Mumbo Jumbo's videos, and I've just obviously made an absolute beast of an item elevator with that step system in it as well. Again, there's probably a neater way to do that between the two. The way I've got it stepping over my cactus mob grinder, but that's just how I wanted mine to look. So I'm just going to quickly run down here and see if we can recover those carpets. In theory, if they dropped in the corner of that machine, they should be on top of the comparator behind the dropper tower. There they are. For the win, guys, for the win. Now, I may look to just do a couple of bits off camera. I may look at putting something that makes it look like some of this is being held up, but effectively, I'm very happy with how this room looks. I particularly like how mechanical it all is, and oh, I need to remember to put that black carpet back. Spoil the illusion there of my hidden lighting. But effectively, guys, that is it for this time. So I want to thank you all for joining me and for having the patience to stick with my item elevator build. As I say, coming with me next time, we'll be looking at implementing redstone farms over in the Crescent Mountain from episode 1, and I look forward to seeing you all then. So until next time, goodbye.